We can do her at the end of this.
Hey, everyone. Welcome for the new episode of Market Leader Live. Hey, it's Mr. Darren M. Palmer, Chief Book Officer with Self-Publishing 30 Days. I came on with a little just preview earlier in the day to let you know that we was launching this new show, Market Leader Live. So I'm glad for all of you who have been able to tune in. I know we got some people coming on right now because this is a live, but I just want to welcome all of you here. For those who weren't able to hear me come on live earlier or whatnot and wonder, hey, Darren, what is this? We know we've seen the Self-Publishing 30 Days podcast. We know that you also have Arthur Spotlight as well. And also on Thursdays, The Power of Story, where I go behind the scenes with not best-selling, behind the scenes with change agents who are making a difference locally and globally. So we created Market Leader Live because of the times that we're in right now, especially so many of you. I know I'm preaching to the choir here who are at home. Some of you got cabin fever. I love, by the way, I love the TikTok videos, by the way. I mean, some of you are really killing it with the TikTok videos. So I'm excited about that as well. So I just want to make sure that we have you on and let you know that we appreciate you for tuning in for this particular episode. Market Leader Live. What is Market Leader Live? This show is to help you where others aren't talking about it. And others aren't talking about the importance of knowing how to separate yourself in the marketplace. Hey, what's going on, my man? Good to see you, sir. It's separating yourself in the marketplace. And when you have times like this, it's easy for, like we talked about earlier, for you to be a generalist and to scoop by or to get by. You notice some of the things that I've shared with you earlier. So today I want to talk to you about how do you become a market leader? What is a market leader for one? And then we're going to go into how do I become a market leader? Darren, I hear you sharing it's important to be a market leader, but what are the steps? What are the things that I need to do to be a market leader? And then after that, how do I capitalize off being a market leader? So for one, let's talk about what a market leader isn't. We talked about being a generalist. Where I'm from, out of the great state of Tejas, out of the great state of Texas, we call that being a jack of all trade, but a master of none, a master of none. And so what that means is that you can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's not any one area that you're actually, great at but you can get the job done just to get by. That's okay. If you're working at getting stuff done around the house, you don't have to be, an electrician or a plumber, and you can get away by just making little fixes around the home, and you can get by that. But in the marketplace that we're in right now, unfortunately, we're seeing thousands of people getting let go off of their jobs because they are generalists. You're seeing thousands of business owners going down because they are generalists. There's no way that they can stay. Some of those who are just solopreneurs in the area and just had just a little hustle. Now all of a sudden the market is tightened a little bit, and now all of a sudden they're finding themselves, what am I going to do? Those who are left without a job during this certain time too are experiencing the pain of where their employer coming in and saying, hey, you know what, we got to make some tough cuts. We don't know what's going to happen here on out. For the time being, with that many people off, we're not going to be able to pay you while you're off. Now, some have been blessed where they're getting paid while they're off or whatnot and still have employment, after this thing is over with, that they'll be able to get right back in and start working or whatnot without any issue. That's not the case for everybody. So what you want to find is that you separate yourselves from others. It might be in your career. What's the skill set? What do you need to do in your profession that separates you from everybody else? So when they go in and they're making those cuts and they're looking at that paper and they're flipping it back and they're saying like, hey, you know what? Earl is going to make it. Lisa is going to make it. Terry, you're gone. These are the things that you want to look at. And so it's skill sets. It's things like that that you want to do. And in your market, what are you known for? So what a market leader isn't is a person who's trying to do everything. I've shared this for my coaching clients. I can't tell you how many times that I've shared with them. You can get out here and do all these different things and think, oh, well, Darren, at least makes me $1. Oh, it's just a little side hustle. But in the marketplace, if people don't see you as an expert, then they're not willing to invest top dollar with you because you are all over the place. So how does that look like? All right, not knocking it, just being 100 with you today because this is Market Leader Live. I just want to be totally transparent with you. If I see you one day I see you, let's just put it this way, you network marketing. The next day I see you, you're telling somebody how to do Facebook ads, okay? The next time I see you, you got a tire business. The next time I see you, you got a lawn service. The next time I see you, you are a florist. The next time I see you, you're selling wave caps. The next time I see you, you're selling quick weaves. The next time I see you, you're doing life coaching. You're all over the place. And somebody has to tell you that you're all over the place. And I know, I feel it in my spirit right now that there's somebody out there who thinking to themselves, well, Darren, I see where you're going with this, but I am gifted at that. I can do this. I can do that. But that doesn't mean that you should be doing all of that, because at the end of the day, you're going to confuse your customer. You're going to confuse the person that you're there to serve because they don't know who you are. If they look at your social media posts, if they look at what you're doing, they don't know, you don't have a brand, you don't have anything that you're able to stand by. And so when it comes to who they're going to invest with, they're typically going to pass over you because you are a generalist. All right. So we got that down. You can't do 100 things. I'm not saying that you can't leverage and have other businesses. And, you know, some of you might say, well, I watched this influencer and they're doing this and they're doing that. Yes, but they got the first business going and had it solid first. Then you can maneuver and go into other arenas and other areas. But you want to make sure that you keep your main thing, and keep that solid before you start going all over the place as far as what you're doing. All right, now we're there. Let's go to another step. Let's go to the next step. Okay, how, Darren? How can I become a market leader? Let's just look at that. Let's give some examples. You know, for time's sake, I'm just going to give you a few examples. You know, you want to create your own platform. You hear what I said? Create your own platform. I see so many people that they're totally dependent on someone else inviting them in to be a part of their platform. What you have to make sure that you do is, with your brand and what you do, create your own platform to get you where you need to be. People are going to respect you. Don't get me wrong. You can go and you can be a part of, I do highly advise that. Be a part of masterminds. Be a part of different groups. You know, you can purchase and learn from other individuals who have courses. You can go to conferences. You can pay for one-on-one coaching, things like that. That's great. Don't get me wrong. But if you're just following somebody on social media and you like what they're saying, they typically already have a team of people that they deal with, that they rock with. And if you really want to have an opportunity to really move up or get on that stage or do something with them, you have to bring something to the table. So what better than having your own platform? So it's the law of reciprocity in motion, because now you have something to offer. Then you're able to give something. Now people are willing to do more business with you and see the value that you bring. But you have to keep that in mind. Bring value, be value oriented as far as what you're doing. Do not get it confused with, hey, you know what? If I hang around, hey, if I show up to their event, maybe they might put me on their platform. You have whatever it takes to get you wherever you're doing. If you're selling insurance, I'm just using this as an example with the insurance analogy. You want to be the go-to person in insurance. So you want to have memes about insurance. You want to have your social media giving tips and highlights of what's going on in that particular industry. You want to share with your clients and those who are looking at your social media what's going on in the insurance industry. You want to show what your company is providing, what separates you from others in the insurance industry. You want to continue to create content that's dealing with insurance, that when someone looks you up, if someone Googles your name or Googles your company, you want it to be, you want it to represent who you say that you are. But if I look you up and you're all over the place, and if your content don't align with who you say you are, guess what? I'm going with somebody else because I want somebody that's dealing with insurance. I'm not going to Geico and asking for the duck or whatnot. Let me say that. I guess that's Aflac. Yeah, I'm not going to the Aflac duck and asking the Aflac duck to do a keynote speech for me because the Aflac duck deals with insurance or whatnot. But if I'm thinking about a great brand or great person that would be like a mascot, ambassador for a brand, I would know about that Aflac duck. So you just got to keep that in mind. So build your own platform. What are some ways you can build your own platform? You can use your social media for one. You can create your own podcast. You can use your own YouTube channel. Think about it this way. You can create your own conferences, brunches. We'll be able to get back to brunches here at the while, y'all. We'll be able to get back to that kind of stuff. But your own brunch, workshops, webinars, get on Eventbrite, setting you up an event. It can be low cost, or you could invest more money depending on the event that you're doing. Why is this important for you to know what you shouldn't do as a market leader and how to become a market leader? The reason is important. When you get hit with a market that we're in right now, that's the thing that separates the boys from the men, the girls from the women, because people are going to do business with people who they know, like, and trust. If it's up to you and somebody else, what separates you from that other person? That's the thing that you got to keep in mind. TOMA, top of mind awareness. If you think about Darren M. Palmer, it's not by accident. Every time you see me do something, I holler, hey, this is Darren M. Palmer, Chief Book Officer with Self-Published in 30 Days. Why? Because it's branding. It's branding. It's market leader content. Everything that you see me put out, what does it do? It's dealing with branding. What you're seeing right now with me streaming into live with you, what do you see? You see branding. You see in the top corner here, you see where I'm able to share with you. Let's see here. I'm gonna get it right one of these days. But at the same time, you see in the top corner, you see our logo and you see our website, how you can get in contact with us. That's what you're going to see. If you see my flyer, the flyers I have flyers that you see our content, our logo in it. If we do books, you see our logo, you see our website, you see our information. Because what we're doing is we're hitting the subconscious mind. Every time you think about when it comes to books, when it comes to someone talking about publishing, you know that Darren M. Palmer and the team at Self-Published in 30 Days is the route that you need to go. It's not by accident. You don't see me teaching classes on how to be the best speaker in the world. Even though I do speaking, I do events. Some of you have been to events that I've had and whatnot. And, some don't know I do keynotes or whatnot. I do workshops. But that's not something that you see me promote. That doesn't mean that I don't get booked. Remember what I shared earlier. Doesn't mean that you can't do it. But what are you promoting? What are you known for? What is your brand? Because of what I do, I get more speaking engagements and more opportunities to be able to get on others' platforms because I'm already known to have a certain amount of success or experience, or is proof behind what I do that I get results by the people we've been able to have the privilege and honor to serve. So with that being said, it opens up more doors for people say, hey, come on into our mastermind. We want to connect with you. We want to do business with you because we see what you're doing. And plus, once you have created your platform, now you give access to others where you can benefit them by helping them grow, by having them have more book sales, by introducing them to an audience who didn't know anything about them, because you're creating market leader content. Hey, I just shared a few things with you. I see we got some great people on today. What's going on? I see some people out there. Any questions today while we're doing the Market Leader Live? I just want to make sure that this is interactive. For anybody got questions on how to be a market leader, why is it important to be a market leader? Why should you create your own platform? Any questions today about how to be a market leader? We just want to dive into this. I shared it before. This show is an awesome show. I can't wait for you to see the other market leaders that we bring on. I just wanted to start the inaugural show on with me personally, just to go through some of the basics, go through Market Leader 101 to be able to lay the right foundation so you can have an understanding as we build upon this, how you can grow your business, how you can grow your career, and how you can do the things that you need to do. Oh, the good doctor on. Thank you, young lady. Yeah, we want to drop nuggets for the people. We want to drop nuggets for the people on how to be market leaders. So we have to be market leaders in this day and age. If not, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You can get away with it for so long, then all of a sudden, when stuff happen like what when you have things that happen like what we just had with COVID-19, when you have an 08, 09 type of experience or whatnot, what happened with the crash with the real estate, when you have the 9/11 times, when you have situations like Y2K that comes into the marketplace, all of a sudden it tightens up, and now the experts are still getting paid while the rest of them laid down to death or whatnot for us what they're doing. So don't let that be you. Don't just try to get by. Really explore, dig deeper. Don't just take my word for it. Look at it. Look at people who are moving forward. They are market leaders. They're market leaders of what they do. Anybody else? Anybody else right now? Any comments? We want to leave this open for you. Do we have any questions from anybody out there about how to be a market leader? Any information? If you got some things that you want us to chat more about, or if you want, if it's a certain area that you're looking at being a market leader in, and you want to see, how do I do that, Darren? How can I take a business that might not be as sexy or whatnot? How can I take it and grow it? How can I, be a market leader in my profession? I work with someone. So how do I leverage that? I work for someone, or I'm in management. So how do I become a market leader? We will address those type of things, but we want to hear the feedback from you. So if you want to just email us or reach out to us at self-publish, the letter N 30days.com, and contact us if you just want to send me an instant message. DM me after you see this particular episode or whatnot, or reach out if you're looking and viewing this from YouTube or LinkedIn, then please do that. We will love to be able to connect with you. But this is the Market Leader Live. So tune in every weekday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we bring on other market leaders who are going to share with you what allows for them to continue to thrive no matter what season. How can you recession proof your business and your career? How can you add tremendous value into the market, which will have people calling your name when it comes time to do business, where you have those ideal clients who are reaching out to you and saying, you know what, I have a sense of urgency and I have the budget and I want to do business with you. I've been following you. I've seen the things that you're doing. I want to connect with you. So you got to keep that in mind. I'm just going to throw a few more nuggets out there to you real quick on creating platforms or whatnot for yourself. Then just write this down. Using your social media, making a list. And what I mean by email list, have your own list. Don't be dependent just on social media alone. Don't just get caught up on Facebook. Don't just get caught up on LinkedIn. Don't just get caught up in. Make sure that you, keep that information for yourself. Create your list. Also blog posts. Also connecting with others and getting on their show and then bringing their audience to your audience or whatnot. Realize the power of partnership. These are some other areas that you can grow and what you're doing and become a market leader. But hey, once again, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, every weekday, we will be going live. I can't wait for you to see the other guests that we're going to have on. Remember, instant message us, DM us, connect with us. We will love to hear from you. Until next time, remember that if you want to be great, you got to do great things. And this is the year for your new book. This is the year for you to be a market leader. This is the year for you to still thrive. Don't just try to survive in 2020. Keep your goal on thriving. Until next time, be blessed and be great.